Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to another video. My name is Ricky. This is my channel's Rickysfoods. So for today's videos, we got ribeye steaks that we'll be doing today. I haven't had steaks in a long time, so today's the perfect video for that. So for this cook, we'll be using my slow insert kettle, and then we're gonna be reverse searing this bad boys up in the kettle. We're gonna take them up to the internal temperature of 120, and then we're gonna get the coals nice and hot so we can get a nice sear all over the steaks. So earlier today, I just soft brined the steaks, put them in the fridge. I used my friend's SPG rub from Q. I just put it all over the steak, the sides as well, and then let it rest in the fridge for about 5-6 hours. But if you have time, you can do this overnight and the results will be so much better. So soft branding the steaks is gonna help with the flavor. It's gonna give it more flavor, and it's gonna give us a better crust at the end when we sear the steaks in the kettle. So with that being said, guys, if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing to my channel. I got some delicious ideas coming out. I just don't do barbecue. I like trying new cooks, new dishes. So if you're into that, please consider subscribing to my channel. And with that being said, guys, let's get into this cook. Alright guys, so here we got the steaks right here, and these are choice grade and they look amazing. They have a lot of marbling. So if you come over here, so like I said earlier today, I used my friend's SPG rub, and this is the Q SPG, salt, pepper, and garlic. So I put it all over the steaks, the side too, and then we put it in the refrigerator for about 6 hours. But if you guys can do this overnight, it'll be way better. You get better results. But today I didn't have time, so I used it for, like I said, like around 6 hours. So all we have to do now is just turn on the kettle, guys. So let's go ahead and start doing that, and I'll see you guys back in a bit. Alright guys, so we finally got the kettle nice and hot. So now I'm just going to use my Meter Plus probe so I can monitor the temps of the ribeye steaks. So let's go ahead and put the Meter Plus. So just look for the thickest part of the steak, which these are pretty thick. And then, so that's a little line right there, guys. You just make sure you pass the line so we can get some accurate temp reads. All right, so now I'm just gonna grab the ribeyes and just put them in the kettle. So let's go ahead and do that right now. All right, so now that we got the steaks inside the kettle, I'm gonna try and keep the kettle running around 250. And once the steaks reaches 120 internal temperature, I'm gonna come back out here, remove them, pat them dry, and then so we can get ready for the sear. So I'll see you guys back in a bit. All right guys, so the steaks are reading 120 internal temperature. So I just got my alert on my phone from the Meter app. So you can see right there, they're reading right now at 119, but let's go ahead and double check with another probe. This one over here is reading 120, 121, so that's perfect. And then over here, it's reading 118, so that's perfect. So now I'm just gonna take the sticks inside, let them rest until we get the coals over here nice and hot. So I'll see you guys back in a bit. All right guys, so we got the steaks right here. The steaks, they've been resting for about 15 minutes, and the coals, they're nice and hot already. So now all I'm gonna do to the steaks, I'm just gonna dry them up so we can get a better crust. And then on one of the steaks, I'm gonna use mayo and see if we develop a better crust than the other one. So we'll see later on how that turns out. But if you come over here, we got the steaks over here. They already have a nice color already. After the sear, it's gonna have even a better color. So now I'm just gonna grab a regular paper towel and just dry the steak up. That way we can develop a better crust when we sear the steak. So I'll be doing on both steaks. All right, so I'm just gonna flip them over and do the same thing. All right, so like I said, on one of them we're gonna use mayo, so let's go ahead and do that right now. So just healthy slab. I'm gonna use it on this one over here, so hopefully I don't forget which one's which. Just a light, healthy coat of mayo. Just slather over the steak. And like I said earlier, let's see if the mayo makes a big difference when we sear the steak. So we'll get to know that later on when it's finished. All right, so that looks good to me. And now I'm just gonna do the other side. All right guys, so the steaks are ready to put on the kettle. So I'll be searing each side for about a minute, 40 seconds to 60 seconds, depending how high the flames get and all that. And we'll be using the cold grate method on the kettle to sear this bad boy up. So let's go ahead and start doing that right now. Alright guys, we finally are done. The steaks look amazing. So one of my customers at work, he gave me chimichurri. I never tried chimichurri before, so I'll be trying it out on one of the steaks. He bought it from a Argentinian store, so can't wait to try that out on one of the steaks. And if you come over here, the steaks look amazing. So as far as the mayo and no mayo, this is the one with the mayo. And I feel like the mayo protected the meat from the flame a little bit, so it didn't get as burnt as this one over here. This is just regular. I didn't use nothing. I just dried it up with the paper towel and put it on the fire. And you can tell, and this is flavor. This is not burnt. This is flavor. I like that though. So you come over here to the mayo one. It's just perfect all around. There's not too many burnt spots over here with the mayo one, but they look the same. And I'm sure they're both going to be amazing. So let's go ahead and start cutting it up. So I'm just going to cut them up into slices. Oh yeah. It's nice and juicy, guys. All right, so I'm going to cut that. Kind of like fold them over. Alright guys, so on this one, I'm gonna put the chimichurri. Look at that, guys. And just put it all over around. Alright guys, so now let's take a bite. Let me cut this over here. Take a bite with the chimichurri and the steak together. Let's go, guys. Cheers. Wow, guys, that bite was full, like a punch of flavors in my mouth right now. It was so good. And also guys, that salt brine I did earlier for about 5 hours, that helps a lot because every bite you take of that steak is full of flavor. And that chimichurri sauce, you can feel those pepper flakes in there, the salt, the pepper, and parsley. That's a really good combination with the steak over here. Alright guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider subscribing to my channel. Give this video a likes up. Comment down below, let me know what you guys think. And if you guys want to check out all the barbecue tools that I use, make sure you check the links down below in the description box below. And with that being said guys, I'll see you in the next video.